Here we go. We have Prince PMP. The lining goes well. Prince PMP. First of all, congratulations, Prince, from ShriLearning and the team. So you are
Thank you so
project
much.
management professional. You look very professional today. So it all goes well on you.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah,
Great.
I think all thanks to your team. Um, yeah, sorry, you were saying something.
Right. We started this journey in this training team. I think you are the first to get cleared certified. So there's a big vibration in the team. Oh, within a short time, how this person cleared? Then you clarified it, guys. Before coming to the training, I opened the book. So,
Yeah,
right, that's a message I saw there. But still, it's not about how early you start reading, how early you decide to go for it. That's very important. Many people are here who are reading for 2 years, 3 years, the previous edition, current edition, but the amount of guts what you have as a leader to take the first step and tell that, let me put my first step towards a success. So that counts a lot. So I respect you for that, taking that step towards it. And I found you very consistent on your preparation, and you're very much, what is say, follow what is needed. Many times I would tell, go for this, and you're ready to take the inputs. So that's a very vital thing for achieving something in life. So congratulations again, and let this be a great success in your long run of life. And again, we have a lot of people like you. So I know you are from Canada. Which city you are there in?
I'm from Calgary. Calgary, it's in Alberta. Alberta is a province. So, yeah.
Right. Of course, it's going to be some scenery place like what we see in Windows desktop. Right. Great. So now, okay, fantastic. So having a professional life, personal life, and how do you manage all these things, and what is the success journey? Give some inputs that people can take out from you, right? So there we
Sure.
have.
Yeah, sure. I'm not a good storyteller, but I'll try my best. But if you have any questions, let me know. Whoever's listening to the recording after as well.
Sure.
So I started my journey in actually January 2020. I thought of giving a PMI certification. So then I thought, let's do an agile certification because I have an agile role here, right? Like agile project manager, I'm a scrum master. Um, so I thought, let's do PMI-ACP. And I literally did PMI-ACP in like 15 days. I booked my exam. I wrote my application, but unfortunately, my application got audited. So I had to go through a lot of loops.
Uh-huh.
But anyways, I cleared it. That's PMI-ACP. Then I thought, let's do PMP because I was in the flow.
Mhm.
But first, I learned my lesson. I said, let's get the application approved so that I don't have to jump through the hoops. If it happens, it just, demoralizes you. So I got my application approved. I started studying in March. I studied 3 chapters. Then I got bored, and I didn't study. And then COVID happened. I have 2 kids, 2 daughters. One was just 6 months old at that
Oh,
time.
okay. Busy
One is
home.
3.5. Yeah, so one is 3.5 years old. So I didn't have time to study for PMP. I did study 3 chapters. I just flipped the pages. I didn't really like wrote anything. And I studied from Rita. So Rita is also quite boring to read
Uh-huh.
at first if you don't have the full focus. Um,
Got it.
then I didn't study. I mean, I used to look at LinkedIn, all those posts. I started following you.
Mhm.
And then sometime in August, I think I reached out. I said, I want to do PMP. So I saw your coaching, and somebody from your team pinged me. I think it was Rahul. We
Mhm.
chatted a bit. I was to start the the coaching session with you in September, like in a September batch,
Okay.
not in August. I started in August 2nd, but
Uh-huh.
I was to start on September 3rd. That was my plan.
Okay.
Though I think some Rahul mentioned, let's start early. You can learn, as you go. So I said, why not? I had time because I called my mother from India, mom and
Okay.
dad. So I had ample support. Anyway, so I got started with my coaching with you. I think that inspired me a lot. I The most important thing was people coming in, providing, sharing their experiences, not in recording, but live. They were coming. I think in our first class, you invited somebody. They shared their experience. So that was really good, right? So that inspired me a lot. Um, so after then, I didn't stop. I mean, after that, there is a term in PMI which is called crashing. So I crashed everything. To do crashing, there is a money involved. There is a money factor, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to add resources, then the time gets shortened. So that's what I did. I crashed everything. So instead of money, it was my time, right? My time with my kids.
Yeah.
So that is what I needed to sacrifice. There is another term, there is another law in PMI and PMBOK, which is called Parkinson's law. So yeah, so I said, no, I am gonna complete this in 1 month.
Uh-huh.
And I did complete in 1 month. That's good. But you need to set your time. If you say 20 days, it will be 20 days. If you say 4 months, it will be 4 months. It depends upon, I think, you, what you think you're gonna achieve. So follow Parkinson's law. So that's
Right.
what I did.
Right. Time expands the work what we have, right?
Yeah,
Parkinson.
absolutely. And yeah, I started studying for 3-4 days, 3-4 hours every day. Slowly and slowly, I jumped to 6 to 8 to 9 hours every day. That's every day. I used to work till 4 p.m. And after 4, it was all studying till 11, 12, and sometimes even 1:30 a.m.
Right. A lot of
Yeah,
effort.
again,
So
less
which
time with.
sorry,
Sorry.
if I put a question, which book you took it as a very vital one while you're reading for your exams?
There's no one size fits all, but I did start with head first. I did studied head first for 15 days. I completed, you know, inch to inch. I studied the book. I made the notes.
Or the
I wrote
cover?
everything. Yeah, book cover to cover. I studied everything. But that cleared my concept. That book does not have everything. Like, mark my word, it does not have everything that you need to clear PMP, but it will clear your mindset. It will get you a push. It will clear your concepts. Then
Right.
I given chapter test. Started giving chapter test.
Uh-huh.
My chapter test was, those were great. But when I started chapter test with Rita, one chapter, I think it was quality managed. My scores went way down. Then I reached out to you, and you said, give chapter test, read this as well. So I read Rita in 4 days. I read Rita again, book cover to cover. I read in 4 days, cover to cover again, because my concepts were clear.
Yeah.
It was just like reading a novel, right? And taking few notes.
Right.
So yeah, so I gave chapter test, all of them in Rita. Again, my scores went up. They were consistent. So that was really
Pretty good. Pretty good. Great. So how many practice exams you would have done?
Sorry?
How many practice exams you would have done? Full
Okay.
exam practice.
So after I read after I read Rita, I gave Andy. So I have an Andy Pro book. I gave just one practice test from there. I didn't mark any time because it was from the book. I just wanted to see how much do I get right. I kept the time factor away just for the first test. I scored 70%, but then I got an idea where I am missing things. Because reading a book is one thing, that's great. You know the concept, but giving the tests is another story. it's another story. So you need to practice test. Like that is very, very important.
Right.
So that's what I did. The first test the second I give the RMC. I had a RMC
Rita.
mock test from Rita RMCs. It was an
Right.
online test. It was good. It had a 10 minutes break in between, 240 minutes timer as well, exactly as in PM
Simulation.
Yeah, again, that was great. I scored 75%. I shared the results with you.
Right.
And then after that, I reached out to you. I reached out to somebody for Prepcast. I got the Prepcast. Then I gave my first test. I thought this will be a benchmark. This was 1 week before my exam. So I gave the first Prepcast and I scored, I think, 77 or 76%.
One thing I found with you, you write simulation exam in any model, you are consistent above 70. Usually people drop or they go high, but you are in a very solid state in all the places. So I found you are ready for the exam.
And then, I mean, I scored 81 in one time, 79.5. So that was my score. I gave like 6 or 7 tests, right?
Yep.
But those cleared my concepts. I analyzed most of them. I would recommend analyzing all of them. Since I had limited time, is that I analyzed some of them. Some of them I thought, were important to me.
Right.
So yeah, it was good. Overall, it was good.
Great. So how was the real exam? When you went to the real exam, do you found any relevance what we practiced?
Yeah, it was like Prepcast, absolutely. Questions were not small, like some people mentioned in their interview that they were small. They were not small at all. Big questions, just like Prepcast. Yeah, not for me. Not for me. I gave it in center as well. That's another story. But they were not small. There are like 10, make maximum 10 questions that were small. There were lots of calculation math question as well, but I'm good in math, so I wasn't too worried about that. So that was good. One thing I did, because I needed to give the test in the center, only 2 tests, mock tests I gave without mask, but all the mock tests I gave with masks, because that's very, very important. You need to, even if I wasn't giving an exam 2 days before, I was wearing mask for 4 hours, because that's very important. You need to you need to learn wearing mask for 4 hours. That itself is another story.
Yeah.
So if you're giving an exam, like just try giving the exam mock test using a mask.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's a pretty tough job, right? I think air conditioning is also not there when you go to center-based exam. They don't allow air conditioning these days. That's because of this COVID. They used to switch off. I believe you were able to do that.
It was good. I mean, I don't feel like at that time I wasn't really worried about, like I wasn't thinking, and I won't say worried. I wasn't thinking about air conditioning. My focus. Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah. So I mean, like I wasn't the Hertzberg theory. I wasn't thinking about the hygiene. I was thinking about the other things.
Say that, then I thought too much of PMP you're talking here, so I left it. You brought it out. Okay, well, good. So we know about your books. We listen to your exams. What you and we also listen to the main exams, right? So if somebody is starting preparation now from the scratch, or they read already, certain things you found that, hey, this is not needed. Actually, I should not have done it. So do you have any do's and don'ts for people going for the exam? Do you have something from your side?
I think you need to read the book. If there's no don't, everything helps. Even if you read something while flipping the pages, while just maybe surfing the browser by searching PMP, there is something that will help you. Absolutely, there is. Again, it's not waste. If you have the knowledge, that's good. If you haven't utilized it in your exam, that's even good. It's even good as well. You have the knowledge essentially. So there's nothing don't. The do is read book I wrote all the 49 processes with their inputs and outputs on each one page, input, output, ITTOs. I created a notebook. That is like my Bible. I used to go to that notebook every day, just have a look at it if I get a question wrong. So I write those 49 processes with their input output in one notebook. That's what I did. I carried it. I still have it. Like, I still have it. I carried it till my PMP exam. So that was very important because that's handwritten. Handwritten is very important.
Yeah. Right. Writing habit is very, very vital. Fantastic.
Yeah. So
really good. A lot of information from you. I really appreciate that. Because once you clear the certificate, sometimes we get busy with our office activities. So it's pretty hard to get the people because they take leave to do the exams. Once the exam get over, they get tied up with the work. It's so their nature. So thanks for coming up here today and giving some important valuable inputs, what to be taken care. And when you practice the examination, and you should be comfortable with some of the knowledge areas. But when you went to the main exam, do you found certain knowledge areas? When I say knowledge area like cost management, schedule management, or risk management, did you found they're drilling much there in any particular area? Do you have any?
So risk was there, risk plus change, like integration management. Those were the like we say khichdi, right, in Hindi. So the amalgamation, I will say English word, the amalgamation of risk and change was there. So you need to be very clear on your risk and very clear on your integration management chapters.
Got you.
Those are very important.
Yep. Now, even though we read the books of risk or change, these two topics are a little crazy topic. Until you have a hands-on, it'll be a little tough. Even if you have a hands-on, risk change by the situation, and change management also differ by the predictive and adaptive approach. It's not that cakewalk, right? It's a little tough area. I agree on that point. I'm so surprised to know that your questions are so bigger because recent days PMI going with the 2-line question. Somehow they found princess coming to exam today. Let's make sure.
I don't know. Maybe I gave it center or maybe here. I don't know what the problem was, but my questions were bigger. It was, there were too many questions whose answers were very, very close to each other as well.
So
very close. So
was your heartbeat heavy when you press the last button, submit?
Absolutely. So 3 idiots. We said all is well, all is well. So I was giving all is well, all is well. So
all about target.
I was, I was aiming for PMP. My goal was PMP above target, target. That was good. I mean, like I wasn't thinking about that. I was just thinking about the PMP. That was my goal. Somebody else's goal could be different, right? They could have, PMP with above target. I was just thinking about PMP. That was my goal. That is what I was thinking. And again, it doesn't matter what you think. Ultimately, you're getting a PMP. And everybody's getting a PMP. Nobody's asking you, did you score above target, below target? Below target is failed. But
But I know whenever people want to click that last button, submit, the heart would be coming out because you put huge money, a lot of time, and a reputation. Your valued family.
Absolutely. And I think the learnings I got from it, that was good. I already gave that kind of exam back in February, right? PMI-ACP. It's similar, like 3 hours. Similar, if I click any button, this will come. But that level of excitement and level of anxiousness would be there when you click on the next. I did skip that survey. I didn't do the survey because I wanted to see my score, obviously. So,
good. That's pretty interesting. So here we have Prince certificate, which you obtained. So how is your LinkedIn? Is it very busy now? People are reaching out to wishes.
I'm getting a lot of I'm getting a lot of requests, friend requests. I mean, I would also like to mention a couple of people whom I talked from your previous batches.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to Gautam and Mahinder.
Oh,
They were
yeah.
really helpful. Just
Great.
that I would also recommend talking to somebody who gave the exam.
Great.
They will give you insights. So I would like to thank them as well. So thank
Perfect.
you.
Perfect. That's a good habit
Yeah.
I found with many of our candidates who cleared PMP. So they don't stop there. They start helping other next set of people. So it has become a chain of
Yeah.
helping each other, giving hands. Come on, guys, let me give a hand to you. Right? That's very important. Right? It's not.
Yeah.
End of the day, everybody has to win. We shouldn't tell that only I will take all the money home or only I will be the winner of the world. That doesn't work. In leadership, it's something giving hands to the other person make you a better leader. That's a good thing I found with the
Right.
team. Fantastic. Great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Prince.
Yeah, and on a fun note, like all my certification starts from P. I just noticed it, but
Oh,
just
really?
sharing.
Really? Okay.
Just
Then you
fun fact. I think it's a fun fact
then,
about me.
okay, here you have, right? Oh yeah, PSM, PMI-ACP, PMP. Okay, then go for PGMP. They keep rocking.
Maybe I'll do Prince too. Maybe that will match my name as well.
Letter, for the letter P and all, you cannot go and do certificate.
Uh, oh my god. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
still, it's
that's good. Thank you. Yeah, and thank you so much. I just like thank you as well. This really helped. This set me the cadence. Um, this There is a word called time boxing that we use in Agile. So I time box things. You helped me time box. Your coaching helped me time box. You inspired me a lot. Um, so
good.
and anybody who's doing PMP, find a coach. Finding a coach is very, very important. So, yeah,
True,
thank you.
true, true. I know sometimes we mentor in life. We know things, but at least somebody has to tell that, okay, take this right turn. I know I have to take right turn, but somebody says right turn, okay, that's good. Right. So
Yeah, absolutely.
that's it. Right. I'm coaching
Yeah,
with a bunch of people. I know all these guys are very intelligent. Nothing to tell to them. They know what to do. So they are married, they have kids, they have family, they are abroad, they are in India. They do a lot of stuff they know. Still, the last line, take that turn. So that line is important, right? They'll feel, okay, good.
yeah,
Okay. I know that, but since you said, now I'm taking the right turn. Right.
yeah.
So,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah. You start to. I mean, like we start to procrastinate, right? Like we just need a little nudge. So once you get a little nudge, that procrastination will go away. So you need to find a coach, I would
True,
say.
true, true. Sometimes you have to push like this. Okay. Some people I have to push
Yeah,
slightly.
for sure.
You have to push.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely,
It depends,
absolutely.
right? Everybody has their own family commitments. It's not that easy, but still good. Fantastic, fantastic. Good, Prince. Thanks for coming up here today. And what's your time now? It's the morning hours. Should be
It's
9,
morning 10:05.
10.
Yeah,
Okay, great. And India, it's 10.
10:05. Yeah,
Great. It's
yeah.
so good to hear you. And in fact, I was waiting to talk to you. And it was so interesting to listen to your journey. And I think after a long time, one person is saying that exam questions are bigger. So it means PMI is shuffling the pattern now. Because the last few
Yeah.
weeks it was going with two-line questions. This is what I'm hearing. And now in the month of September, I'm hearing question size are getting bigger. So something is rolling. So
Yeah.
guys, get ready.
Rolling day planning.
So people watching this,
So,
September batch, get ready. Questions are getting bigger. So get ready. That's a message.
yeah.
Okay, fine. Good. Thanks for your time, Prince. Have a good time. And let this
Thank you.
PMP be a kickstart for many big things in your life. Good wishes for
Thank you
success.
so much.
Right. We'll catch up the next good occasion. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Rita.